Sup everyone, XUW Wilo W82 AGC here. Today we are racing at Catalunya for one of the manufacturing races. And a rolling start for this race as well. So you can see our very quick countryman, Gipso G29 in P1. In a BMW. In P5 you have Leonidas in the Supra. We are starting in this race in P6. In P7 we have Epic Toby, in P8 Vigi. Philip Ocala, also our countryman in P16. So let's get this race on the way. Rolling start and onto the soft tires so that we can hopefully pull away from the cars behind us. So immediately went onto the faster compounded tire. So onto the first corner, braking a bit too late already, a bit wide, and immediately loses a position to Epic Toby and Subaru. So not a very good start for us. Been a bit of catched out by the cold tires, and immediately the others have capitalized on my mistake to go up another position, or at least Epic Toby has in the Subaru. So yeah, the Subaru a bit of a similar car to our car, so it will be very difficult for us to overtake him. Also a lot of grip into the corners, and also quite good on tire wear. So yeah, a bit similar characteristics, I would say. But still nothing, no major issues already in this race, because we dropped one position, but still we had quite a good grid position by starting in P6th. And now down to P7. So yeah, let's see how this race will pan out. Very long race as well, 20 laps. Was about 34 minutes this race, I would say. So definitely one of the longer races that I have driven on this game, or at least in the FIA championships. Yeah, I really like it, a bit of a longer race so that we can have a bit more fun. And let's try to do well. And so tire wear will also be a major factor in this race. Also 2 compounded tires to use, the soft tires and the medium tires. So yeah, also a bit of strategy playing out here. And as you can see, a penalty for the Spaniard and the Mazda. So that must be very frustrating already, so early in the race. But yeah, still a lot can play out. But very important to avoid getting some penalties, I would say. But yeah, 1 second penalty. Let's try to close up as much as we can to Epic Toby to try and capitalize on his penalty to maybe go up another position. Because yeah, very difficult to overtake. So if you get a small chance for making an overtake, you have to grab it here. So yeah, let's try to also be cautious to hope that the cars behind us don't manage to overtake us, because the car behind us, the Portuguese, as we see the Spanish serving spelled here, and up position we go. But yeah, the Portuguese driver behind us in the Aston Martin, so that's also a difficult car to keep behind us. If we get a little bit balled up and onto the straight, it's very difficult for him to overtake us. So if we just get a little bit hold up somewhere, he has quite a good opportunity, I would say, to make the overtake happen on us. So that's something we have to look out for in this race. So on to the end of lap 2. Looks like Gipso G29 has pulled away quite far from us in the BMW. And also Hani Rhinus also a little bit in front of the two suppers in front of us. So yeah, I expect the two suppers to maybe later in the race suffer from tire wear. Quick car on the straight and also for qualifying, but in the race, yeah, just a little bit heavy on the tires. You can really feel the tire wear kicking in after a couple of laps, so might be a possibility that they will be later in the race a bit dropping away from the pace because of the tire wear. So yeah, 20 laps, so a lot of strategic options as well in this race, so maybe we can capitalize on that because yeah, I would say the tire wear on the Alpha isn't that bad compared to the cars in front, so maybe we can try something with strategy if we can't overtake the cars in front. So you can see penalty for Leonidas, half a second, so yeah, that's I think one position loss, half a second, so yeah, nothing where we can going to gain from. So all very close here for P3, so you have to be very careful to not lose positions and maybe try and gain some. So you can see Epic Toby with 1 second penalty as well, so maybe got into the back of the car in front, so yeah, that's very frustrating for having serving 1 second penalty as he gets another penalty 2 seconds now, so yeah, that's very harsh to get 2 times a 1 second penalty for just touching the car in front of you. It's very frustrating because you just try to stay as close as you can to try and make a move on someone, and if they just brake somewhere where you don't expect it, because yeah, different cars have a bit of different braking points, and so very easy to slightly tap someone in the rear. So yeah, I don't like to see those penalties, to be honest, and yeah, if the contact is quite hard, yeah, then it's deserved because you lose the car time, but now you don't have yeah, you make contact, but no major issues for someone, so I don't think those kind of penalties are really deserved because the contact is so minor that you don't even notice it if you are the car in front, so yeah, very frustrating. So coming up to the penalty zone right now, so we expect to overtake the Subaru in front of us, and yeah, just like we expected, we can see Leonidas losing 1 position, and we're just going to slot back in behind to stay behind him for now and not be too aggressive. Only lap 4 this race, so a lot can happen, but still we lose quite some time to the cars in front of us. So yeah, we would like to be in 3rd place. Will be, yeah, I think we have just a little bit more pace at this point in the race. You could just see, or I think I see that their tires are dropping away a little bit. So yeah, let's try to make a move this lap, or yeah, so that we can see somewhere to maybe have a possibility for us to overtake him. Will definitely not be on the straight. Maybe somewhere in the corners where we can just maybe spot the gap to try and overtake someone. So you're going very close to the inside there. Yeah, a bit far, but let's try to do the best we can and maybe look for a small opportunity somewhere to overtake them, maybe, you know, to the inside. But yeah, that was a little bit late, so just going to back out of it. So yeah, you can see just how difficult this or trying to make a move somewhere, and he's also into the slipstream of Mario Sonic, so that will also not help us. So yeah, onto the hairpin, also no way we can make moves. So you can see yellow flag, someone's off, looks like the leader has gone off, Kipso or Countryman. Ah, that must be very frustrating for him. He was leading the race with a quite comfortable margin, but looks like he has spun, I think, yeah, just maybe too early on the throttle because he was driving all alone, so it can't be a crash with someone. So So yeah, probably some wheel spin, but yeah, that's very frustrating if you're leading the race with such a big margin like he did. He would have definitely won the race, I would say, from that position. So yeah, that's absolutely the worst, one of the worst ways to lose a race, by making a small mistake, and yeah, so easy happen as well. Yeah, maybe it's worse when someone just punts you off, but yeah, this is yeah, making a small mistake when you're leading is also on that list of ways you don't want to lose a race. So yeah, definitely very frustrating for him. So you can just see the battle in front of us spicing up a little bit. 4P2, but yeah, we're just stuck behind them. Looks like we'll have to do something to maybe try and gain some position in this race, because we're just stuck, and I don't see how we're going to make an overtake happen. But yeah, maybe we have to try to do something with our strategy, because our tires still are good after 6 laps. So yeah, let's try to maybe make an undercut happen. And as we can see, Mazda behind us just spinning off the track. Braked a bit too late, I had to take evasive action to not get into the back of Figgy. So yeah, it's also very sad for him, but yeah, good that he didn't collect the other car. So definitely something you have to support to not see him make contact with the others. As we can see, nobody goes to the pits, and we decide to pit to go for the undercut. So onto the soft tires we're going to go right now. So let's see how this will work out. I also had spotted on the radar that we had quite a bit of margin behind us, so, and yeah, it worked out just like we wanted, into the large gap between the two groups of cars. So looks like we can just push as yeah, as good as we can, or yeah, as fast as we can, to try and gain some time on those on those new compounded tires, to maybe gain some time to the cars in front. And if they lose some time on to their older tires right now, we might have a possibility for us to gain some more position in this race. So let's try to push as hard as we can right now. Don't make any mistakes. Crucial part of the race right now, to be as quick as we can, to hopefully hopefully gain as much time back on those cars as we can. But we don't know when they're going to pit, so let's see. Yeah, looks like we're gaining a lot of time to the cars in front of us, so that's already a good sign. You see the far distance, P2, so not too far back, I would say. But let's see how long the pit stop will take for those guys. Will they pit this lap? That's the major question. Looks like P3 is pitting, Leonidas. So that was one of our main contenders in this race. So let's see if we can maybe get ahead of him. Onto the start-finish straight right now. Is he coming out of the pits? Yeah, there he is. And it looks like we just managed to go in front of him. But yeah, now it's still not over, because he has one lap fresher tires, and this Alpha car, very difficult to get overtaken in the long straights, because not so much top speed, but a little bit more grip. So yeah, let's see how that will work out. So we have to try and do our best to try and keep Leonidas behind us, and even better, try to keep him on a little bit of a distance, like I think, yeah, something like a second, to hopefully not get him to the slipstream, because then it will be for him quite easy for him to make overtake happen, because quite quick to sub around the straight. So yeah, crucial right now to not let him get into the slipstream. So you can see P5 in front of us with a penalty. Let's hope we don't get held up too much by him. We don't want to give an opportunity away for the car behind us to get into our slipstream. small mistake, just a bit of a bit distracted by the car in front of us. So yeah, very crucial few laps. These laps will really make or break our race, because once we get stuck behind Leonidas once again, we just saw like the previous time, there probably won't be an opportunity for us to get past. So we can see the rest of the cars going to the pits. And can we get in front of them? Yeah, looks like we can, but Leonidas is very close right now. Looks like Figgy also has stayed out. So we really have to be cautious to keep him behind us. Gets very close, so let's try to push as hard as we can this lap to at least keep that gap. So it looks like we have gained a little bit of time. So yeah, we're going to try and do quite a long stint on these set of tires, because quite good on tire wear this Alpha car is, so I think it should be fine for a couple of 8 or 9 laps, I hope. So we can extend this stint on the soft tires. Yeah, luckily for us this car is so good on tire wear, so that we had a lot of strategic options in this race. Also the leader not too far in front, but yeah, we'll be with 10 laps to go. Yeah, maybe, who knows? We can still try to gain some time on him. Let's see how that will pan out in a few laps. We can see Figgy into the pits. Seems like he was on a soft compounded tire, so yeah, that's very well done by him to stay on those soft tires for 9 laps. And looking behind, we could see that Leonidas had dropped away quite a bit, so yeah, seems like we have done what we needed to do, and that is pull away a little bit from the car behind us, Leonidas. So let's try to catch back up to the leader maybe. Can we maybe gain some time on him? So let's go a little bit into the future. On to lap 14, and Leonidas behind us, coming into the pits from the soft tires, and he'll probably go on to the normal compounded tires, because that's the last set of tires you have to use, the soft and the normal compound, so that seems quite logic to do. And looks like he did. So going a bit further into the video, onto lap 16, so time for our pit stop right now, as the tires were starting to cool off a little bit, so I have 4 laps to do on those normal tires. Leader also into the pits, but we have a little bit more fuel, 9 liters compared to 2 liters, so and coming out into P3 with a clear track behind us, just what you want to see. So at the end of this lap, looks like Figgy coming into the pits as well on his soft tires. So can we maybe gain second position back from him? Let's see. Coming onto the pit exit and nobody to see, so up to second position we go. But yeah, the leader quite far away right now, so I think it will be very difficult for us to win the race, but still quite a good comeback, I would say, from 6 to 2, 7 on a given moment in time. So let's travel through time and space once again and onto the final lap, and we still managed to keep our second position. So yeah, very happy with that result, because we need to score big points in this race to get a good result as well, and also because it's one of the better races for the Alpha, I would say. So yeah, into P2 we finished, so yeah, good result. And as you can see, that result managed to get us into first position for Alpha, which is the second bar on the right, and 74th position in the world from the standings at the end of the season. So this result really helped us. So thank you guys for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.